Estrogen is the culprit for your feminine characteristic. Okay, what's going on? Alex here from Natural Testosterone, where I help men reclaim their masculinity by boosting testosterone levels with predictability. In this video, I'm going to be discussing and talking about the book called Estrogeneration. But before I get into that, if you like this type of content and you're wanting to work with me one-on-one, there's a link in the bio that you can click to have an opportunity to work with me. So that being said, let's get into the video. So the actual book on Estrogeneration. So what is the actual book about? So I'm going to leave a link in the bio. You can check it out and you can listen to it yourself. I've read the book a while ago, but the main things that I remember, I'm going to be talking about today. So overall, the book talks about all the endocrine disruptors in your environment and how they're literally located everywhere and how detrimental they are to your endocrine system and how they cause havoc when it comes to your body. Specifically, I remember one story. So when women take the contraceptive pill, they take a bunch of like estrogen hormones, whatever it is in there, they consume it. Then when they pee, they piss out all the hormones into the water. And then when it gets filtered, the actual hormones don't get filtered out. So then when you're making your rice or whatever and you're using the tap water, all that estrogen you're consuming at that point. Hence why it's so important to have a filtration system. And what I do personally, because I don't have my own house yet, is I use a water distiller. So purify the water. I add minerals. I filter it with activated charcoal as well. And that makes sure that I'm consuming the right water. Especially when you're someone that's trying to gain weight. You're doing a lot of cooking when it comes to rice, potatoes, I don't know, you're drinking a lot of water and you're using that tap water, it can be very detrimental. The next step thing would be the water that actually touches your skin. So actually having a filtration system in your house to filtrate the water, because the water that touches your skin can be absorbed as well and it can mess with your hormones. So for instance, fluoride displaces iodine in your thyroid, leading to iodine deficiencies, and that's what leads to low metabolic rates, low testosterone, and so on and so on. The overall context of the book is just talking about and hammering down of how bad estrogen is and how much you should avoid it. But let me get into the ways I would recommend guys to get rid of estrogen from their body. So here are the 3 steps that you can take to methylate estrogen. So number 1 is actually methylation of estrogen using things like rock harrods, choline, betaine, activated charcoal 1 to 2 times a week to methylate estrogen out of your body. Number 2 is troubleshoot your nutrition, that you're not eating any estrogen mimics, any phytoestrogens, which are located in soy, for example. Making sure your lifestyle is optimal, you're not using a lot of plastic, you're using metal or glass instead. And then lastly, you're not using any supplements that can spike your estrogen. And the third thing you can do is drop body fat, because excess of body fat has excess of aromatase enzyme, and the aromatase enzyme can convert your hard-earned testosterone into estrogen. So make sure you drop body fat. So what if you have low testosterone? So what you can do is, right now I'm accepting guys into my Natural Testosterone mentoring, in which I work with the guys to optimize their testosterone levels so they can be all they can be, not a fraction thereof. And I work with them so they can go from their current state to their desired state in a simple matter. Because I've went from A to B, and it's not about hard work and discipline, it's about knowing the steps. And I tell you the steps and I mentor you along the way for you to accomplish higher testosterone levels naturally. So if you're interested, click the first link in the bio to get a chance to get an opportunity to work with me. That being said, hopefully you enjoyed this video and I hope you got a lot of value from this. And that being said, I'll see you in the next. Peace.